What's up, everybody? We're back today with another Reddit Reacts video, and today we're going to be talking about a post that was made by a 29-year-old user. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. He says, or she says, I'm 29, still living at home, no degree, stuck at dead-end job. I spent the last year living in Las Vegas, working at a casino, making good money. In January, my ex left me at my absolute lowest during depressed episode, and in February, my landlord, her mom, decided to sell the house she was renting me. March came and I lost my job to COVID, so I had no choice but to move back home to San Diego with my parents. So this is my current situation. I'm 29, living at home with my parents. I just started a new job, a pizza place, on Monday. It's only been 1 week at this job, but I'm already exhausted and burnt out. I wake up sore and achy every morning and already have a I don't want to go to work mindset. The F is wrong with me. Why can't I just deal with it and work like everyone else? It's like no matter what job I try, I get really exhausted physically and mentally really easily, and I just dread having to deal with workplace politics and customers, etc. I'm diabetic and have neurofibromatosis, so standing on my feet and being active in front of a hot oven all day is draining on me. I just want a quiet office / work from home job that's not taxing on me. The problem is, with no degree, not even an associate's, I don't have the qualifications for anything other than these dead-end fast food jobs. I've never known what I've wanted to do when I quote-unquote grow up. I didn't know in high school, and even now, I don't know what I want. I want to go back to college, but I'm considered out-of-state student until next year because I just moved back to California. I don't know what to do. Any job I could realistically get is physically taxing on me, and I'm so tired / sick of feeling on my days off, it's as if they don't even happen. How do I get out of this? I feel like I'm trapped. I'm almost 30, living at home with no degree and no clue what to do. How can I figure out what I want to do for a job, career, major, and how do I even get there when I'm stuck working so much just to survive? I hope all this makes sense. I'm not great at articulating things, and I'm feeling sick to my stomach thinking about work tonight. Well, the first thing I want to say to this user is I totally understand where you're coming from. The fact that you're willing to be so vulnerable and put yourself out there is a real credit to you, to wanting to improve your situation, and I just really commend you for that. I know it seems you're stuck in this never-ending cycle and you just want out. I totally get that. I've been there too. When I was in my early 20s, I lost my job and had to move back home, and I got really depressed to the point where I didn't even want to go outside. I didn't want to talk to anyone because I felt ashamed and pathetic. So where you're coming from, I've been there, so I get it. I know the feeling. Even though it's going to be really hard, just at this time, try to remember that you're not alone. You know, personally, I lost my job in March due to COVID as well. So this feeling of being sort of depressed, pathetic, is something I struggle with too. But the reality is millions of people are in the same boat. And from talking with other people, everyone gets that. We're being the harshest judges of ourselves. If you talk to other people, most people are understanding of those who lost their job. We tell ourselves this story where all these people are thinking negatively of us, or they're like, ugh, this guy had to move home. He's so bad. He's so pathetic. But that's all fiction. No one's thinking that. That's just something we're telling ourselves. So that's first and foremost, is try to stop assigning thoughts that other people have to themselves, because it's just us getting in the way of our own reality. When I was in an endless cycle with a previous job that I had, I got some really good pieces of advice, and I wanted to share those with you. And the first thing is, ask yourself, what do I want to happen? My guess is, as I read your piece, you said you want a nice office, a job, or you want to work from home where you're not tired and you're not feeling physically exhausted. That's coming from a place of defeat rather than what you really want. You said that you don't really know what you want to do when you grow up. So when I hear that you just want an office job or a comfortable job working from home, that's just a reaction because you don't like the job you currently have, and you just don't know what you want to do next. So you're just kind of throwing your hands up in the air and you're like, I don't care. I just want out of my current situation. Whatever that is, I'll take it. finding out what you want to do isn't going to happen overnight. In fact, it might take a really long time. It's not bad news, but it just means you have some time to really figure out what it is you want to do. So think about what are some things that you really have always wanted to try. Is there an activity or a hobby? Is there a skill that you're interested in and that you've always wanted to learn? Figure out what that is. Ask yourself, if somebody came up to you and said, I will pay you to do something that you really enjoy doing, what would that be? Because that's where you need to start heading in that direction. Not saying you have to get paid to do your passion, although it'd be great if you did, but if you don't know what your passion is, start thinking in that direction so you can figure out what it is. The best way to kind of do that is to figuring out what your passion is surround yourself with people that you enjoy being around. So whether that's friends, whether that's family, coworkers, whoever, find out those people that you really enjoy being around. The reason it is for that is when you're around people that you enjoy being around, you tend to start taking yourself out of the inward journey of depression that you have. So when you're sitting at home and you just came home from work, or you're dreading going to work next, you start these internal dialogues about how much it starts with I don't like my job, to I hate my job, to I'm such a loser for having this job, to I'll never find another job that's better. So you see how it just builds and builds and builds into internal negativity, and before you know it, you don't even want to do anything. So if you don't have a hobby now that you're doing, or you don't have a passion, or maybe just because you're moving back home, you don't have a lot of friends that you've connected with yet, start by just going to a park and walking around and just say hi to everybody. It doesn't matter who it is, just say hi. You don't necessarily even have to have a conversation. If you walk by somebody at a trail, just give them a smile, say, hey, how you doing? And keep moving it along. You'll start to feel so much better once you get outside of yourself. When you step outside of what's going on in your own life, you start to not really think about what's going wrong in your life. So a great piece of advice I got from a mentor was, once you're going outside and you're saying hi to people and you're starting to, feel a little bit better about people saying hi back or whatever, look for 2 or 3 things that make you happy. Maybe it's, hey, I love the weather. Hey, I like that pond right there. It's really pretty. There's birds on it. It just was really peaceful. Oh, the sky doesn't have a cloud in it today. It's just such a nice day. Whatever it is, find 2 to 3 things around you that make you happy and just kind of focus on that. Just enjoy being in that moment. And just let the happiness around you, let that affect you. Not the job that you're not even at or you don't care about. Not the person that you don't want to be around because they tick you off, if it's your boss, whatever that is. Let yourself be in that moment where you're just enjoying those things. With your health issues, now's a great chance to improve your health. Get out and go for a walk. Go for a bike ride. Find people that are in kind of the same health journey as you. Is there like some type of fitness group or a running club that you can join? That's where you're going to meet those people, and you're going to be able to use that to network and find activities and other opportunities that are going to build to other things. Because right now, you're kind of just stuck in this little bubble, and you got to get outside of that. So once you get outside, you network, you start talking to people, you start getting involved in things, you can use that to network, and you never know what is going to happen as you network and what connections you're going to make. So you don't know, like, you might be in this running club and this person's like, yeah, I really struggle with the same condition that you have, and that's a connection right there. Oh, and then you can bounce ideas off of them. What do you do? What have you done in this situation? That's how things start. That's how things happen. And then lastly, don't assume college is the only option you have. Volunteer somewhere, take some courses online. You could meet somebody when you're volunteering or during an activity, and they may have a connection to a job. And maybe that job will even offer to pay for your education. Just be open to all possibilities. So anyways, I know it seems kind of long-winded, and I just want to say, again, I know it's tough. I get it. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. But if you really need to talk, you can reach out to me. Again, anybody that's watching this can feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than willing to lend an ear. Again, just get outside yourself, find your people, and just enjoy being in the moment. Because again, remember, whatever you're going through right now, it's only temporary. It is not forever. And with that, I hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon.